Yeah, hi
It's
Thana.
linked to Horizon as well.
Yeah, it's linked to
Yo,
Horizon as well. Yo, hi everyone.
I
Yeah,
s-
sorry. Yeah,
All good. You're live.
what Tana? I see you throw your kids away. They were there a minute ago.
yeah,
They went out shopping lah. So I'm just here.
yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Thana, can you actually control
And now
the
live.
studio stuff? Oh, Thana is actually live from Nilai, guys. So it depends on all his connection. From the looks of it, we have lost Thana there.
ah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for joining us, Bobby. This evening.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. We are
Bob. Okay,
live
Sorry, I
Thana.
on
changed to
your.
Maxis. Now you are Maxis opposed to Telcom. Telcom was bad earlier. Now I'm Maxis. Is it better now? I'm Maxis.
Average.
Yep, average. In fact, earlier it was all
Average.
right,
Oh,
until now.
alright lah. Okay.
Mm, yeah. Why? It's storming in your side, is it, Tana?
It's raining heavily here. I was supposed to come and see Chichegu, Suresh. But I figured my MGF coming in the rain here won't be a good idea. So she get to drive the BMW here instead.
Yeah, great to have you. To see you in the BMW.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I am beginning to embrace what is BMW lah. Driving the car, looking at the interior. It grows on you lah. It grows on you. It's nice.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, nice.
We need to get you a Evo. We need to get you an Evo shirt, Mike.
What Evo shed? Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
All right. Yeah, we got
wow. This guy
mm,
came in. Hey, Mike. You saw the
yep.
comment from
Yeah, Jineng Chen, right?
Jineng.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. All right.
Hmm.
Okay. With his Volvo, we did tune his Volvo lah, in the December,
Yeah.
January time. Yeah. And
Hmm.
seriously, we have spent a lot of time tuning the car. Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think we did a couple of tunes on the car. Yeah. And what we have done was we really did a custom tune for his car lah, and I think we did a couple of revisions, and I and my boys, we did do all that we could, and with our guys in the UK as well, we retuned his car a couple of times, and
Hmm.
at the end in January, we gave him a revised file as well, and the car we thought was done lah, Mm. Then I think came August, yeah, he came back to us, asking for a retune on the car lah, Mm.
Hmm.
And what we did was because we thought the car was done, and we have put in all the work on the car as well, yeah. And we optimized the tune with the settings that was on the car back then lah, And because with the Volvo it's quite sensitive, so if with the new intake, we would definitely need to revise the file lah, Not every car will
Hmm.
take intake well lah, with the aftermarket intake, And knowing how the Volvo behaves, we know we need to retune the car lah, So for small fee, we were asking for a retune of the car lah, Yeah. So I guess
Hmm.
Zidane was not really happy about
I,
that lah.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Bobby, in this case, if when people's
Mhm.
expectation of a tune and what they get doesn't align, like you buy a Volvo, I buy a Golf,
Hmm.
whatever, different cars have a different expectation of what it can deliver. When you're not real with yourself, what your car is, and that's where the problem starts. people equate like, oh, I paid X dollar for a tune versus a different car. Different cars made the same price of dollar value you pay, but the results are different. NA, turbo, performance cars, you know.
Yep.
So I think it's more of that. Like you got to realize what is your expectation, what you get, and also that like if I buy a tune today and then tomorrow I put new intakes, or let's say I put a new turbo inside and say I want another tune for free, it's not fair, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a cost to the tuner. Got to go and tune the car again, like, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like Z Leng Chen, my turbo car is worse than any stage two. I don't know. Because as far as I've done few cars now with DNA. All my experience has been good. People that I know of has done with DNA has been good. I mean, if you said, I think if you said not because I changed the intake, if your car has been tuned and you've been living with it for 8 months, I don't know, like, no. To come back now, it's a bit hard to say, like, that, bro.
I mean, for 8 months we didn't hear from him. Then all of a sudden, we just get this message that the car is performing worse than it should. I think at least you could have let us know, beforehand, lah. And if you remember, Jiling, you did come to our shop, because I think you had some fault code. Also earlier in August, and Ian did work on the car for you. And we cleared the fault code for you, everything. That was fine. We didn't run away from the case. Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the comment. Yeah, it was pretty long. Just now I was reading it. So, Mike, did you like invite Junan, or what is the outcome for this?
Yeah, I did invite him to come. So what we did was we put back the car into the stock tune. Yeah. All right. And then he went back to the same dyno and did a dyno again. Yeah. But the car wasn't fully stocked. It still had the downpipe and the intake on it. But we still ran it on the dyno. Yeah. The peak horsepower gains was about 4% or something like that. So, but the torque gains were there, So when we work back the figures, to the crank figures, from the dyno, which was, I guess, 225 horsepower on the dyno, and if we put a 15% transmission loss, I think we were looking at about 250 something horsepower. Yeah, peak horsepower, Yeah. And the torque figures were about 433 or something like that, the peak horsepower and the torque figures. But then again, if we look back, I haven't had the chance to get hold of the full dyno chart from the dyno guys. Yeah. But if we look at the dyno chart, which we had, the tune was a lot smoother, It doesn't have the peaks and troughs, And I did try to call Zileng yesterday, but he didn't want to answer my call. He just wanted me to WhatsApp, So, yeah. So it was a bit difficult. I know I didn't get the chance to get back to you sooner, Zileng. Yeah. All right. And, we want to make this.
So what's the next course of action if that's the case?
Our next course of action is either I give him back the actual tune that we did on the car back in January, December. Yeah. And we can revise the tune, but he doesn't want us to do it anymore, and he wants a full refund from us, Yeah. After all these months, which to be fair to us, my boys and I and our guys in the UK has done all the work,
Oh, but the gains, is, I also don't know. I mean, what is the whole thing now? how to go on with it. Right?
Yeah lah. I mean that's the thing lah. You know.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't use a fake chart. You know, Jillian, it was your dyno run versus both the stock and your run as well. You know.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. You know, my thought on this is basically, you know, you come back to us, you know, either we make it well or we can tune it back to stock for you, you know.
Like,
But this is the
I don't know. I
official
mean,
tune from the UK side, Mike.
Yeah.
Like the file, it was written already for the V40.
Actually, this file was written specifically for his car.
Oh.
Because we did dyno logging and all that, you see. You know. And it's actually custom file, you know, from the UK. Yep.
So how now? Is he coming down to KL or
He is in KL actually.
like, oh, he's in KL.
Yeah, he's
Sorry.
in KL.
So because before you invite me to come in, you were briefly talking about this. Then suddenly I come in. Wait, he's here. I thought you ajak him to come in.
I don't know. I mean, my take is, I mean, Chen, I think you have to. It's like a doctor lah. You got to communicate with the doctor lah. You know, understand and meet halfway and discuss what's the issue, what is not happening. You know, sometimes it could be something on your car. If you are polite and you understand and you discuss, a lot can be achieved. You know, like I share my story, like, you know, we tuned a Ford Everest 2.5 turbo. Tune the car. Customer happy. Customer was like, wow, so good, awful. Then when I do that, I know immediately we saw the power wasn't there. So the customer, it was good, but the power wasn't what we expect. And turned out what we call, they had a bad turbo stall knock. We pick up, you know. And then and obviously it was solved, you know. So sometimes it could be your car itself has issues. But if it's able to communicate and talk and answer why all is there, you know. But obviously, if you go back and change parts of your car, like put new intake or something else, then of course the whole tune is void, you know. So, but it starts with an open dialogue. Be open, talk to things, you know. And I mean that next thing is you got to communicate, you know. Stop this kind of action of typing out here. Pick up the phone, call, hey, Uncle Mike or Bro Mike, can you help me? This is what I said, you know. Be kind. You know, it's amazing what you get when you are polite and kind and communicate with your doctor for your car, you know. That's how I see it, like, you know. Yeah, exactly. If you say intake is ignore, just say exactly, you know. Go and talk about it, you know. Go and see, you know. Be open, talk, communicate nicely, and that's what happens. Yeah. Wow, still tapping,
I mean, frankly, I tried to call him yesterday, you know, but he didn't want to pick up my call. He just want me to WhatsApp to him really, you know. So it's difficult to communicate that way, lah. You know, yeah. And then
so now Jillian wants it to change back to stock. Oh.
Change back to stock, they still cannot tune it well. I mean, stock is stock. I know I cannot change anything that is stock on your car, lah, you know, on the tune. Yeah. I mean, even after the tune in December, you know, we actually even went for a drive together. Yeah. And we actually sat on the same table, you know. Then, you know, there wasn't any issues at all also. Yeah. But then after that, we still revise the tune for him. Yeah.
But Mike, just now I read his comment. His first line, he said that he already did his research, and he told you that from the forums and all that, the other V40 owners also said this car very hard to tune. Is it?
Yes. Yes.
And from what I see you already know it's very hard to partner whether it's possible, right? And the thing is, in your journey of wanting to tune your very hard to tune car, from what I see is that you managed to pull Mike together down with you together to face this issue. And it's also something that and Mike also said that Mike, you said that it's a custom tune that's specifically for his car, because not many.
Correct.
You guys haven't done a V40 before, right?
They have in Europe lah, because in Europe it runs a bit differently than how it runs here lah. So that's
I see. I see. I see.
So, I mean, another point is maybe like, I don't know, when you tune your car, you take a certain amount of responsibility lah. I mean, you're taking a bigger risk yourself when you go, So there's always a risk element when you tune your car, but it's also of alignment of expectation lah. Certain cars, like example on paper, it's 4%. Like for example, I give you an idea. Proven, for example, Proven did his 5 Series, and I think the E60, the gains was like 8%, 10%, nothing much less, But you know what? For him, drive feel was different. The way it drives was different. So sometimes tuning is not just about peak horsepower; it's also how the car moves, And I think Mike showed me that chart before the call, the before and after. So I again, check. I don't do in your car. I only saw the chart before and after. And I can see once they hit like 4,500 RPM, the car wasn't there anymore. It's smooth, So those things are very refinement that goes, the way it revs, whatever. You can't expect it to drive like a modern turbo car tuning. It won't be like,
But from my Thana, from my experience of my BMW N55. And previously my Audi S4 and of course the RS6. Like what Mike told me before, he said that VAG group cars respond very, very well with the tuning that UK site developed. My first comment to Mike after he tuned my BMW, Mike, I think you will remember this, right? My first comment is, I'm not sure if it is placebo effect or what, because on the BMW, there is I don't feel my butt dyno doesn't feel the gain.
It's not so big, right? In comparison,
it's bordering. I suspect could it be my placebo? Could it be placebo? It's to that extent on the BMW. But what I can definitely tell is the first gear, second gear shifting is a lot better, which jerks in the 640i. It is now a lot better. Especially every time I go past a speed bump, when I reapply throttle, earlier on it was a frustrating half a second wait before the car reacts. Every single time after a speed bump, like I lift off and then the car shifts down. But now it's a lot better. But in terms of putting my foot down, whether the car pulls stronger, I don't feel a lot on the N55. But on Audis, my God, it was immediate. The feeling is amazing. So how do I say this? I mean, imagine Zheneng, imagine you on your route to try and gain more horsepower. Take it as, I don't know how to put it lah. Take it as maybe you hired someone like Mike to go on a journey with you, and then you guys face this difficulty. It's just that the initial engagement wasn't that way. It was a can do. And Mike is okay, we'll try, and of course it wasn't satisfactory in terms of. I mean, put it this way, I believe an irresponsible tuner. I've met one irresponsible tuner. Can give you explosive power at the expense of your reliability. I've done that when I first got my S4, and then it blew up my clutch. But I don't know, man. Needs a lot more work and a relinquishment of friendship to get this to work. Because if it's not, okay. I have to say this. The Mike that I know is not that he has a secret code hidden inside his drawer and he refused to take it out first. It's definitely not that case in my opinion from the Mike that I know, and I believe it's the unfortunate case of you trying to achieve something, and he is also trying to do it for you. But both of you run into this, and yes, you spend many months with them, Jinan, but Mike also spent many months with you in retrospect, right?
And nights
and
nights,
of course
midnights.
You pay Mike, but Mike also have to pay the UK guy in a way. So I don't know how to put this, but there are also a lot of Volvo owners last time who like, when they buy the car, the salesman asks them, hey, you want to get the Polestar tune or not? Then they test drive the car in showroom. Then before collection of their car, they test drive again. And then when they collected their car with the Polestar badge at the back, they drive, and then they are like, hey, what am I paying for the tuning? I don't feel anything. But that's the thing. Even on Polestar tune, official tune, the gains are so minimal. I've test driven so many Volvos and driven my car for so long. Then only I gotten the tune from Sysma Auto, and that was when I've driven my car for almost 1.5 years, spanning across 2 different cars, but it's the same model anyway. Then only I can felt the difference, and on braking points, on lifting off the throttle and reapplying at different kinds of scenario. Then I feel the difference. But in terms of the easiest way to get to feel a tune where you stop and then you dump the throttle, right? The Polestar tune gives you very, very, very indiscernible gains. It's like 15 horsepower. What is 15 on 400 horsepower? I mean, you really can't feel it. But it's the optimization. So I have to say this also. I know what you're looking for. Basically, you are looking for huge turbo, huge intercooler, huge fuel injectors, and you want to bombard off the line. So I don't know whether that's true or not, Mike. But that will be at the expense of reliability and all that, and those will cost a lot of money, to be honest. It's really it's really not something 5,000-6,000 ringgit can magically achieve, right? That's how
I think we have to be realistic, with some of the figures, even when we run it on the dyno, right? How accurate are the dyno figures? It's all based on what we call as references only, whether how much horsepower is being produced at the crank, it's all estimated, It's all estimated. All estimated. And I think we got to realize
the whole idea of reference is also like go to one dyno, another dyno, they're all different. Different dyno, different results.
Even with the same brands,
correct. Even different day, there'll be different output in the same dyno also.
My first tune, the first tune that I did for my S4, you know, the S4 was 333 horsepower stock, right?
Yep.
And the guy told me I'm getting 450 and 550 newtons on stage 1, which is a huge gain for stage 1. You know, 110 newton more.
Yep.
Almost 120 horsepower more. Then when I dump my throttle, wow, really feels that way. But in 6 months, it burned the clutch off. Yeah, that was what happened.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's saying that, you know, if he, since he went for decap and intercooler and all that, you know, yeah. So was UK, and then UK side wouldn't know which intercooler he bought, which thing
he had to put on the intercooler. He just put on the intake, and we did a downpipe for him. That was a custom downpipe as well. You know.
I see.
With one of my exhaust guys, lah. You know.
Yeah.
And basically, my tuners were saying that, you know, for us to push any more power, you know, I think Ian did tell you as well, James, you know, that we did an intercooler inside, you know, the car.
Yeah.
You need to improve the intercooler, yeah, if you're going to push any more harder, yeah.
KY. Okay, KY is a veteran. KY is a veteran.
He's a veteran.
You know what's funny? There's last time when I was colleague with him in Tyres, right? He has he daily drives his M6, right? Then he also has a Subaru WRX and Fairlady 350Z, if I'm not wrong. And then I was laughing when he told me that my M6 is the one with the lowest horsepower. It's like Juneng, if you are in, I think what Daniel Hamza suggested would be the correct thing, right? I think
because I think what's happening here, you know, Juneng, I mean, to be fair to both you and I, you know, to be fair to both you and I, you know, I don't mind paying the UK guys, you know, another round, to get your car done, but you know, your expectation has to be realistic, you know. If it's not realistic, then I think we're gonna go head on again, you know, with this. Because I guess you got to realize, if you really look back at the dyno chart, you know, that chart, you know, just show how smooth the tuning was, you know, even that the tuning that we did, you know, because the power was so smooth, you know, without the up and downs in the power curve, I think you got to appreciate that part,
I think I just want to say this, Juneng, to be fair to you also, to Mike also, if Mike's shop, right, is called Volvo Tuning Expert, you know, and he's not delivering the kind of power that is stated on the brochure or paper, then by all means you can flip as many tables you want to, but the thing is, you guys were on an exploratory path, I would say, right? Mike said he never done it before. UK side also said never done it before. They are willing to, you know, go down and try and extract your ECU and see what they can do out of it for you, and that's actual work, right? And you guys were on the path together, you know. So
I think at the end,
you know?
Yes. At the end, I think, you know, it's just about the communication, you know, because for 8 months nothing.
I think Mike is at this point, no? A tuner doesn't. If a tuner sells you a product, I think that is wrong, because they are not actually selling you a product to say like, oh, I sell you stage 1, no, it's not. A tuner sells you a service for a time to explore your car, what you need, put in there, and then that's what it is. It's a service, you see, you know. And as Bobby said, like, it's a path to discover your car and go through. Like in my Asus Hybrid, Mike said what? No one in the world has done my Asus before. First car in the world. We took the ECU out, spin the ECU out. It said, okay, we'll try and see if we can read, you know. And we were a part of exploratory process to see what we can do. And then, thank God, it works. But even then, we went through a few iterations to get it to work in the way it should, you know. And that's how it is, you know. And do I, even if, let's say I went through with Mike, and even let's say I went through and let's say it wasn't to my expectation, I would still have to pay the Mike, because why? Like a doctor say, okay, I try to help you lah, you know, I try to save for you, you know. But then suddenly you see what you call, you can save 50%, you know, or only this much can get better. Doctor, you don't pay, is it? You still must be doctor, because the service is rendered, you know. You pay for the service, you know. That's just the way it is, you know. It's a service, not a product, you know.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, Juneng, let's come back and I wish to come over as well and see how to solve this together, lah, right?
Yes.
And
I mean, I didn't say that I will not do anything. You know, we need time. Yeah, and because for us to do the loggings and all that, because we got to do the daytime logging, the nighttime logging as well, because the figures are totally different, you know, due to the temperatures, you know.
Yeah.
And we have to take the car for runs and all on the highway behind us. Yeah.
Juneng, you come KL and look for Mike. When you arrive KL, your first tank of refuel, I sponsor V-Power Racing, and then you go and do with Mike, and then do your tuning and all that. Then when you need to go back that time, I sponsor another tank of V-Power Racing. Okay, deal. Let's let's work back together. I think we are all car guys. We all love cars, and to be honest, it's rather difficult to convince people Mike cheats lah. It's very difficult for that part lah, to be honest. He has a honest reputation going around in the car circle. I believe this is an unfortunate case, you know. I understand your frustration as well, because you need to come out of town all the way here, do that. Let's do it together. I say it, I will do it one. Okay, one tank of VPR when you run, another tank when you go back. Okay, this one on me. All right, and I have no affiliation with Mike's garage. We are just friends. Just now I was sitting on my laptop here watching my YouTube vid, and then Mike called me and said, "Hey, Bobby, Thana is in Nilai. His connection that bad. If he cannot come in, do you mind sitting in?" I was like, "Oh, okay, lor." Then So
I like Brandon Lim says, I tune my Pro GTI and the power and torque figure is the same, but the Sepang 3-second difference. So there you go. Sometimes the power and the torque is the same, but how the power delivery is different.
Yes. I mean, even with NA cars, it's even worse, you know. If you run on the dyno, you might not even see any power gains, you know, on NA cars. But when you drive the car is a totally different car. So cannot be explained. And we have retuned many cars before in the past. Yeah. When we run our road dyno, which we did on your car as well, Bobby. You know, when we do the road dyno. Okay, when we did the road dyno, right? We cars that came to me asked me to retune. Yeah. We run on the same road dyno, and after I retune and run the car, the torque and horsepower exactly the same. But when the owner come and pick up the car, they drive the car, they say, Mike, how come the car's totally different? The whole experience of driving the car is so nice and smooth now. But I told him, but if we go and look at the figures, there's no difference, you know. When you brought the car to me earlier on, and when I go and run the dyno again. So that cannot be explained. Yeah. Yeah. So when we start running into numbers, that's what we run into lah.
But anyhow, let's hope Jinan can arrive, and then
Yep.
you know, and not just for the tune lah. Maybe if you arrive, if you have the time, we all can go for a drive also. You've joined
Yeah,
our drives
definitely.
before, right?
Definitely.
Yeah lah. So
Yes. Yes.
let's keep the sour feeling out. I know this will happen
Yeah.
one, but yeah, this happens in every industry. Like yesterday, Guangzhou was telling me, Matthew, the guy who does the air suspension, right? He was like, wow, my client sent his Cayenne in, I fixed 4 of his suspension, then I passed the car back to him. When he took the car back, he has a transmission warning. Then he said, when I test
know
drive
the
his
feeling
car, I
lah.
ruined his transmission. He was like, how? You know, but these things will all happen lah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah lah, no choice.
I mean, it
lah.
happened before to me as well lah. This is exactly 10 years ago, Bobby. You know, somebody came to my shop, wanted to fix the cruise control on his Mark 6 GTI. Yeah, this is a true story. And whilst in the shop, I was fixing the cruise control. Yeah. But then after fixing the cruise control, couldn't work, because the cruise control, was a different part number. They didn't work in the particular car. And then we put it back, the original one. Then the mechatronics spoiled in the shop. So I also kena this experience before. Yeah. So that's another story for another day lah. Yeah.
I have to say this people. I mean, after knowing so many mechanics, people who deal with cars and all that, right?
Yep.
Like what Thana said, it really similar to doctors, or not Thana, Sean Cole. It's really similar to doctor. It's not like your home renovation worker, where everything is confirmed. Like you do the floor, you do the piping. If you do like that, it will be like that. But it's really like doctors doing surgery, finding the problem, then never thought this would happen. Last time I blamed my mechanic also back then in early 2000s when I went to this shop. That one also they asked for it lah, really lah. They tell me they have a turbocharger that they can fit into my Audi A4 1.8T. They say it's a larger turbo, so they can fit into my Audi. Then I was like, okay, I'm happy lah. I go there. And then I go there, and then they say, okay, we will only charge you this price for the turbo because my turbo burned. The KO3 turbo, the fins.
The old
anyway,
KO3, the
yes.
KO3.
And then they removed my turbo. Then after that, they call me. Oh, got some problem. I was like, what's the problem? Then I go there and see the turbo that they have. Right, the part to mount has 4 screws. Mine has 3. Then I was like, how can you say you have this for me? It's for my model. And then they say, yeah, lor, we took out there only, we know it doesn't fit. I'm like, then how? Put it back, lor. Cannot, all your charge pipe all cracked already when we take it out.
Okay.
All your piping cracked. Then I was like, what do you mean? So now my car is stranded here. I have to do it with you regardless. They're like, oh, up to you, lor, like that. Then it was a bit of a, both sides. I also don't know how lah, Then they left my car outside their garage, and then kena a few MPPJ saman, from Petani Utama there. So at the end, at night, I have to sneak there with a tow truck and pull my car away.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I took my turbo to, Cheras. I don't know whether he's still around. Turbo Tong.
Turbo.
Yes,
Yes.
Then he rebuilt my turbo for me. Yeah, he rebuilt my turbo for me, and then it was well. After that, he fitted the KO4 fins into my KO3 turbo.
Yes.
Things like that. It happens.
Bobby,
that time I don't believe about the piping cracking one, but apparently that's something that will happen when people remove stuffs and certain things crack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your vacuum pipes, and your charge pipes. Because it's all under tremendous heat and stress, those parts.
Yeah.
And in our Malaysian weather, it will just disintegrate those parts. And do you know, for that Audi, now those turbos are very difficult to come by, unless you buy new, the used ones.
Oh,
Yes, the old Audi turbos. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. But this is the pain we go through, lah, Tana. When we are
Bobby,
Hey,
when we are.
yesterday's driver, Bobby, with my MGF, I was
yeah.
praying it doesn't rain because my wiper doesn't work, my
Okay.
aircon doesn't work, okay, and my roof is leaking. So I was thinking, pray to God it doesn't rain. Because if it rains, even if the roof's up, it'll be leaking, and I got no aircon, and I got no wiper. So the day before, I took Rain X. I put Rain X in my windscreen for really polish. Rain X
Oh,
in my windscreen for really polish. So I was
Yeah.
praying, but even then, I drove up. It was so different, so nice, so different, so raw,
Magical,
so
right?
raw.
Actually, magical to get the car up there, right?
Yeah, it was so magical to go up there, and then on the way down, I was listening to my water pump. Then I realized the water pump got still a bit of leak. So I add water a bit, then okay, no issue. But
Yeah.
yeah, to all the pain, it was pleasure, you go to the pain to enjoy the pleasure, Without the pain, I think the pleasure will not be as good, you know. So, yeah.
Yes.
All the modding, all the stuff we do, the pain is what makes it interesting, I guess,
Yeah. I mean the same thing lah. When I first bought Isaac's car, so his Citroen, there was work that needed to be done, things like the suspension pushers, yeah. And then I actually blew the cylinder head on the car, so driving it hard, after I fixed the suspension and the brakes on the car. So these are the pain we actually go through in old cars, yeah. So
yeah, man.
it's a journey lah. It's a journey, and I'm so glad. Like yesterday, even on our drive, right? The week before, Isaac actually drove the car up to Chinsui Temple, right? So yesterday, we actually took the car all the way up to Genting. Yeah. After we met up with you guys, I told Isaac, come, let's go up all the way with your car, and I asked him to actually push the car hard, cruise out on the corners. Wow, he was really enjoying it. So it's the journey we have lah, with the car. I mean the car in total, even the repairs and all that, less than 10,000 ringgit, we still can toge the car up to Genting Highlands.
You know what's funny, Mike? Yes, like yesterday, the French car that sort of have an issue is the newest one.
Seriously?
No,
Hey, you didn't know it? You left already at the time when Thomas wants to start his car.
I didn't know that one. We left already, I think, because
you all left already.
Because the policeman was there. So I mean the Genting police was there. So I said, we better move on. Don't hold them back,
When
so
he started his car, white smoke all came out. All white smoke came out.
It wasn't a big issue. They didn't tighten the brake cover, the brake cap. They didn't tighten it.
No, they over tightened it, Thana.
Really?
So what happened was that the workers over tightened it. It cracked the cover, and then it just blew off. And then the brake fluid was on the exhaust, and white smoke all came out.
Yeah. And we got the guy here.
Hey!
The man of the hour. Hey, Thomas.
Hi, Thomas. Thomas.
Is he there?
Hey, what happened?
Oh yeah, I can see he blinks.
Hey, Thomas, we were just talking about your French lady. Can you hear us?
And then today he punctured his tire.
Yeah. I tell you,
man.
Don't play a fool with the French cars. Yeah, Thomas.
Thomas
on
is
or
hanging there.
Hanging in there.
Literally, hang in there, Thomas. Yeah, that's not a nice phrase to use. When someone hangs in a Zoom call and then we all say, "Hang in there, bro."
Come on in.
uh,
Yeah.
mm,
Don't know what happened there. We can just see his face like that. Funny. But
Thomas
anyways, if you,
upset about this.
yeah.
yeah.
Hello.
Ah,
Sorry.
hello.
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 What's
Now
up?
we really got you in.
Yo. So,
Yo.
what tires have you replaced your car with, bro? Please tell us.
Tomorrow we'll replace it.
Oh,
Yeah.
tomorrow, today no stock.
Yes. No, today King of Rings is not open.
Oh, so you
I
just
see,
drop
I
your
see,
car
I see.
there lah. Just
Drop
drop
the
your
car there only. Yeah. I want to
Oh,
find
okay.
out whether my warranty can it accept 18-inch and still keep a warranty. If not, I'll just stick to 19. Keep the same rims. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
All right.
really want to go 18 there, bro?
I think the ride can be a little bit smoother, a little bit more, a bit more damping, you know. But we'll see.
But now it's the car is a bit harsh, is it?
No, it's okay. Actually, it's okay. But I'm a
Yeah.
bit paranoid with 19s lah, you know. And hatchbacks
No
you
lah,
want to have
bro.
a bit more, so you can whack more roads lah, you know.
Your Spider, what size? The rims?
20.
20. Hey, bro, I tell you what, a lot of ultra UHP, they now start from 19. So if you go 18, right, you miss out a lot of ultra UHP.
Yeah, especially like the PS4S, you know.
Yes.
the
So I
PS4S.
think I stick back to PS4S.
You can't get. Yeah, you're right. You
No lah,
want to buy
don't go
19.
18 lah, bro. Don't go 18 lah.
I'm
Your car
erring
was-
towards PS4S. I'm erring towards. I just love PS4S because the wet grip is the best.
And you must get 19, right?
But Thomas, you know, since you have been running PS4S, you really must try the Super Sport, bro. Give your life a bit of variety. The Super Sport Goodyear tires it's really amazing.
I feel very
Really amazing tires, I tell you.
What I love about Pilot Sport is from the beginning of the life to the end of the life, they're more or
Yes.
less the same kind of character. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
But Super Sport, I like the
I know
way the
this-
turn is and all that. You know, very
I
grainy
know this
tires.
very well because my BMW used to change tires. My rear tires used
Yes.
to change once every 10 to 12,000 kms.
But Thomas, you go and watch all the reviews from like UK and all that, right? All the really hardcore driving one, they all say the same thing. The PS4S has a softer sidewall than the PSS,
Mm.
you know, and that is the one thing that the CSCs, in terms in the track condition, the CSCs actually do better than PS4S. Is that the sidewalls are harder.
Yep.
They give a more direct feel. You know,
Yes.
Mike. When I was in Penang, right? When I drove up to Penang in my Aston, right? I was
Yep.
fetching Fan and Bing. So
Yep.
going on the highway, it was raining. It was
Mm.
drizzling. So there were a few times where my original tires were Bridgestones, you know.
Yep.
And it goes like the car goes like whoa, a bit like that, you know, all the way up. So when I arrived at Chu Yang's place, immediately I said, "Bro, you got your tire shop here, right? Can you help me order 4 pieces of Goodyear Eagle F1 Super Sport? I really wanted the Super Sports lah."
Mm.
Then I realized this already happened twice. You see, I'm never someone who is out there advocating to buy Pirelli P0s. I was never someone that said that, "Hey, you want to change tire? Go for P0, bro." I've never
Yep.
said that. But
Yep.
their distribution is so good. The variety of sizes are so good. Every
Yep.
single time when I need to change, like immediately, bro, I need 4 tires now. The only
Yeah.
one that is immediately available are P0s.
Correct.
They
Correct.
all say, "Oh, no
Yes.
stock, need to transfer lah, wait 2 days lah, blah blah blah." And then at the end,
That's very true lah.
twice, my RS6 and my Aston both ended up with P0s because of availability.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
I don't like P0s.
No lah, yeah.
Could have been better lah, you know. But
Yeah.
but that's the one available.
but the many reasons why. But the biggest reason I hate P0s is just the wet grip. Is just horrible. The wet grip is horrible. Yeah, and in a country like Malaysia, you have to deal with wet roads. Your tires must be able to tackle wet roads.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
The only thing
Definitely.
important is wet grip. The only thing important in Malaysia is wet grip.
Yeah.
Contis are very good in wet grip. Contis are very good as well.
Our rough tarmac provide such good traction in the dry. Our rough tarmac. Very good.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah, very true. I mean, we go to Thailand when it rains, you better slow right down, bro. Bloody hell. Those damn slippery, boy.
But Thomas, if you get Michelin, you'll be having a French tire on a French car, isn't it?
What?
French tire on a French car. Michelin.
Exactly. Now I got French tire, running French oil is elf oil, all right? And then I got Michelin. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And then when you and then when you road rage, you take out a baguette.
Putain là, c'est bordel là, qu'est-ce que tu fais putain.
But
You take a baguette.
But for you, Thomas, 2 experiences with your French lady,
Yes,
2 days,
Yes.
Yes. My last French car besides Isaac's car, it was the R19 back then in 1991, I think. Yeah. The R19, I think within the first day or second day, the aircon Kong on the car.
Wow.
Brand new. And then the car after that can never go through to the next service without breaking down. In the 3-4 years I had it, wow, non-stop, man, that car crazy.
Tell me about that, Mike.
It has nothing to do with French engineering. It's just I think more of negligence. I don't want to say anything bad about people, but
Hey, I don't neglect my car.
It's older French cars maybe got that notorious. I don't know. Okay, my car so far is someone overscrewed the cap, the lock broke. So when we reached the he touched the cap, it just whoop, like that, Then the brake fluid was almost gone, and then what you call it? The other one is just pothole, The funny thing was when it rains in the morning, I drive really slow. Right? I'm just like watching the road. And then I was arriving at the Batu Case roundabout. I was looking right for cars, right? Boom! I was like, huh? Just when I take my eyes off the road, kena. I'm blessed. I went to Genting Highlands. I was chasing Alex. And bro, today was so epic. I was chasing a 718 Spider. I was chasing Alex in front of him. So it was an epic. I was reviewing my car. It was like, oh my god, just following the Spider, and then And then I was giving the Spider a hard time, So it was fun. Getting a Renault and playing with the Spider.
Thomas,
and then,
Thomas, when I texted you all, I said that I wouldn't make it this morning, right? Then Cass also woke up. Cass was like, "Hey, you don't want to go with them, man?" I was like, "No lah. Actually, if I'm not there, right, Alex and Thomas don't have to wait for me."
It was wet. But anyways, I was driving quite hard up and down. Only when I reached home to Damansara Heights, then it burst. So I am super lucky.
Actually, the rupture was already there, that means from the morning time.
Yeah, I
so lucky, man.
I was looking here and there. Okay, no problem. I pump air. I look at the time. The monitor never dropped air. I was like, okay. I'm cool. Then when I came home, only reached Damansara Heights. I was just about to pull up to Shell Station to pump petrol. Boom! I was like, what the hell happened? Then I came out and see,
Thomas, Thomas, the funny thing is, like I have a thing with PS4 because on my Audi, I bursted 4 tires on PS4 on Cheras pothole. So the true story was like this year, I on one side pothole, burst boat, and then I got all 4 lah. Okay, done lah. Then after about 9 months, both one side, both burst near the Tamil Velocity. Then following 9 months, same thing happened to me. Kena, but this time one was bengkak and one was again burst lah, no. So after that I was like, come on lah, I live in Cheras. This is a normal thing. I cannot stand PS4. So I just didn't want to PS4 anymore. And my friends who had PS4 on heavy cars had the same issue. On thin profile heavy cars, they also said they cannot pothole. It kind of ballooned up, like, no. So I stopped PS4 for that, like, no. And then on heavier cars, on thin profile, for me the quantity was better, you know. It was a better ride, you know. It was stronger, better, and I felt it was better, you know. But I think
maybe
cars,
because of the
different
side
cars
walls.
need different cars. Yeah, different cars I think need different tires. It works better, you know. So yeah.
Oh, I love my Conti Extreme Sport Contact lah. I love the Extreme Sport Contact. Love it. Lah. And not available.
Right.
No longer available.
Right. Yeah. Right now on the BM3 series, it's on PS4. So there you go. Love PS4, but yeah, I think on certain cars I won't take it.
But tires are very much like chefs, you know, like they cook food, right? Sometimes people just prefer this brand of salt or this brand of pepper, you know, like Mike, right? He's a Goodyear guy. He's like Goodyear Super Sport, right?
No.
He's comfortable driving in.
No, not really, actually, because as you were saying, the Michelins, because I've used them extensively before, so you know, throughout the lifespan, the tire is very balanced. Yeah, you can actually, you know, use the life of the tire, I would say. Yeah, they are really, really very good in that sense. You know, because certain tires, when you reach 50% life, right, you know, the grip all just goes away. You know.
Yeah, Bridgestones are the worst.
Yes.
Oh, I tell you, after 5,000 km, it's like gone.
Yes. You know, but for the good years, you know, it's very balanced throughout the life. Yeah. That's what I
the one
find
that's
with
really
them.
good is what Sean Cole is saying. Yokohama Advan. Wow, those ones, when it gets hot, it grips like crazy, man. Yeah.
Yep.
The Advan 8008, yeah. But the one in the wet is also another one. The wet one is like,
Again, it depends on the car, so you know, it depends on the car, so yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Well, like what Thomas said in Malaysia, wet grip lah. Just focus on wet grip.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, guys, I got to go. You guys have fun, and I'll catch you.
Yes, we will catch you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Congrats on your new
Thank
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do not drive and live stream at the same time.
Yes.
Yes. We want you to stay alive, not live stream.
Yep.
Amen.
Yeah. So you know, we were talking about the paints that we're going to have. I'm going to have some paint with the, you know, I'm going to do up the car I just picked up, you know, which is the DB9. Yeah. Got to do up the suspension on the car, and this week it developed
a lot of things,
some. Yes, got to develop. It has developed some whining noise, you know, from the belting area. So it's either a tensioner or something from the belting area. So it's either a tensioner or some of the bearing, you know. So I got to order the whole set in, Yeah. So this week, you know, it's going to start doing that,
Wow.
Yeah.
Banker life.
Banker life, you know, end of the day, it's still a 15-year-old car,
I also keep asking the boys at Prestige, hey, can you check all my, you know, I don't know, it's belts or chains or what, the pulleys and the tensioner and all that, right? Because I do hear them, you know, I do hear those sounds. Yeah. And they've helped me check 2 rounds already. They keep telling me that hey, it seems all right. So that is also one thing that I'm petrified with. I don't want to have, you know, I don't want to have 48 valves that were crooked, you know.
Bobby, that one won't happen, you know. I think you just don't want the belts to get ingested in the engine or something, which BMWs can happen, BMWs have that issue, you know, when your belt breaks. I mean, when the belt breaks, you know, can get ingested inside the engine, you know, with the BMW N55 and N54. Yeah, that can happen.
Ouch.
Yes. You know, so before I
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, so before I sold my 335, right? You know, I heard something either from the belt or from the tensioners, you know, but I replaced everything before I sold the car, lah, you know, for the new owner. Yeah, for the new owner, because I don't want the belt to get ingested into a perfectly good engine, lah.
So that day you say the new owner sent you a picture about a fault code coming up. Was it been resolved
Yes.
already? What was
Resolved.
that?
That one was just a speed sensor, lah. Just a speed sensor. But this guy is
He's
so
a car
funny, you
guy
know.
also, right?
Car guy. He has an NSX, you know.
So you don't panic lah. You know, if it's a normal
Yes.
buyer first time, you know, immediately would think that, oh, kena scam, you know. All that.
Yes. Then straight away I told him, I said must be speed sensor. You know. Then he sent to the workshop, they check, confirm the left front speed sensor. Yeah. Yeah. But this car kind of like bully people, you know, because I think 2 or 3 months back, one of my dealers actually borrowed the car. Yeah. And 1 hour into the journey, the fella called me, hey Mike, Christmas light all on the car. How?
Rajuk
Then I
lah.
said,
Why you sell me?
then I told him, don't panic. Tomorrow you bring the car back, right? When you come back with the car, I think most probably speed sensor. It was the right rear speed sensor. So yeah.
That's the thing with German cars.
Yeah, lor, you know. Yeah. You know, so that's how it is, lah. But like yourself, Bobby, you also just refurbish your dampers, right? On your 6 Series. How is it now?
Yeah. Very good. And but at the same time, Desmond also did the soundproofing, right?
Wow.
The foaming, yeah. So the car feeling it's like double, you know. It's like the suspensions were fixed, and then the car was foamed, and then it was it's so nice to drive now. It is so it feels like a new car, you know. All the rattles are gone, you know.
Yes.
And it's so nice and so comfortable. It just feels like a new car now. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Even this week also, I just replaced the suspension on my Golf also, my GTI. Because it was 5-6 years old also, you know, and this coming week, my wife is going back to school, you know, so I started to sort out, service the car, everything for her, so she's ready for tomorrow. Yeah, so I also put in the new STA suspension on the car.
Nice. And then my Audi is with my Audi's air-matic pump has weakened. So yeah, and Guangzhou and Prestige is helping me sorting that out. You know, so my wife was asking like, hey, why recently all our cars like I never see all our cars together like in out all of them.
Yeah.
Then the Beamer, the funny thing is, see the Beamer, it went in early this year, and then painting and all that, and then came out, and then go through all the things. Then suddenly I think, have to change oil already again. Have to change, and it's already 6-7 months already. I think 8 months. Only 8 months. Yeah, I have to change engine oil. Yeah, it's like never end. Then I realized one thing. I only have 3 functioning cars. So the Fiat now is with Chris B's workshop. The Fiat is there. Right? It's gonna be there for at least 6 months to 1 year. I don't know. We're doing a full, like we're gonna cut up the car and all that shit. Don't know what's going on. So, I have 3 functioning cars. Then suddenly I realized, right? Each car, let's say we do oil change every 6 months, right? It's like 1 year twice. That is 6 times already, you know. 6 times in a year, if you divide by a year, right? Every 2 months I have to bring the car to workshop. Then that's just on scheduled maintenance, you know. Put aside the not scheduled ones. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And your Aston takes how many liters of oil?
Aston takes 14.
Yeah. So
14. Yeah.
Fully synthetic.
And touch wood, this is the one that is behaving like a Camry now. It's it starts every day, you know, break
Yep,
run,
yep.
school run, everything is like a Camry. So I touch wood. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, lor.
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to start my Aston journey in the bengkel lah. You know, so got to order parts first. Yeah, pain, the
Oh.
pain.
Small, bro. I have to wash my car every week, you know. So I got 4 cars. I have to wash them every week, you know.
And you don't allow people to wash your car.
So I'm gonna, since I got my pressure washer, I'm gonna get Pro Nano so I can speed up my washing. Because
Nice.
probably for most times I will just do a Pro Nano, whatever, you know. And then for once a month I will do a proper wash for the car, lah, you know.
Thomas, you got 4 cars, right? 1 week got 7 days, right? You want to add my 3 cars? So you get 1 every day.
No, now I take 2 cars, I wash it one time, lah. No, 2-3 cars wash one time, you know, like
Wow. Yeah.
Actually, the car wash is not that long one. It's just sometimes you purposely slow down, like, oh, I want to get this one done properly, you know. It's that kind of mindset that makes you slow down, no? But if you just like, okay, half an hour, actually okay one, you can do it in half an hour. Just that when you're like, oh, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that. That's when you screw up your whole timing.
Yeah, I always struggle with the rims lah. The rims are the toughest lah.
Yes.
The rims are the toughest.
Oh,
but if you
Thomas, would you like to wash my rims?
Oh, the new one.
My new rims?
Wow.
We let Con do that job, lah. Let Con do this.
Yeah.
But
The
rims is the most satisfying part to wash, you know. Because when you wash all the dirt come out, it's like, whoa.
No, it's true. But then if you go Genting and come back one time, that's it.
So you I don't look at it. So I learned that after I drive Genting, come back, close my door, walk away, don't look. Don't look.
Yeah.
Hey, got questions over there. See if we can answer some of them.
Can you can highlight
PS4 and PS4S.
What's the difference between PS4? And then someone said, I think Jules said he spotted my car in the rain heading home quickly for this time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyways, Bobby Ang, what's the difference between PS4 and PS4S?
Different compound, different design. Basically, the most important thing is the difference in compound, you know. And PS4S using the very expensive kind of compound.
silica.
Yeah. I think the normal PS4 also got silica, right?
Yes, but actually it's the construction, Bobby. If you look at it, right? If we take out the tire, right? The construction of the PS4 is just like any other radial tire. Okay. But the PS4S, the construction is completely different. The carcass inside is nice and smooth, you know. Just like the PS4S is the replacement for the PS series, you know, and the replacement for the Super Sport, actually.
Yeah, the Pilot Super Sport.
Yes, the Pilot Super Sport. So the construction is very different, and the way the tire actually runs, the PS4S is a lot smoother than anything else out there in the marketplace.
There's also another thing that is Michelin is their in-house technology, some proprietary technology. Yeah. So the outer layer of the PS4S, right? They were able to build it with 2 compounds. This is crazy stuff. Normally tires, right? They can do different layers with different compound, but Michelin was able to build the PS4S. The inner side of the tire and the outer side of the tire are 2 different types of compounds. It's a bit crazy. So you're really paying for top-notch technology, lah.
It is.
That's why they made in France. So the factory has more. They're close. They have better standards over there, lah. More expensive at their plant. The other thing I realized. So I will add on from the driving perspective because I go through a lot of tires in my 2 series. The PS4. Okay, in reality, PS4 and PS4S for normal drivers not much difference, right? In fact, I think the PS4 is a little bit better in the wet, in my experience. But the PS4 at the limit is always very hesitant. It's like you don't know when you bought the brake traction. You're not too sure the traction is going to break. PS4S, you know when it's going to break traction. You know when it's going to break traction. So if you're driving very spiritedly, the PS4S is worth paying the money for PS4S because it's more it's less hesitant on the limit.
But I also noticed one alarming trend. A lot of people. I just saw this on the Proton forum. Like some guy asking whether it's okay to buy some China tires for his X70. And he was lambasted. A lot of people were saying that, wow, your car 100 over 1,000, you want to buy cheap tires. And I also see people taking pictures of luxury cars when they use some, don't know what Tenglong la, Kamho la, or basically cheaper tires. And people like to this kind of thing. I have to say this, if you know your usage, right? Let's say you are driving from home to office to home to office to home to office, right?
Yep.
Yes. And then your home is like, let's say you stay in Bangsa, and then your office is, SS2 or whatever, right? For you to buy a PS4S and then you use up your PS4S every day on your 30 kmh, 50 kmh traffic, right? You are wasting money. You are really, really wasting money. There's no reason that you need to buy something so expensive just to do your daily slow driving runs. So it's perfectly okay to, as long as your tire change regime, right? As long as you don't drive your tire until it's botak, right? You always change them, make sure your tread is deep enough. It's okay to buy cheap tires as how you know what you're doing. I give them this example. I said, Suresh, our Chiku Suresh, the flying curry, is one of the best drivers out there. And he purposely buy cheaper tires because he want lousier grip in his drive to feel his car. And that's amazing. It's true. He bluntly told us that I want lousier tires so that I can enjoy my drive. It's like, by all means,
it's true. It's true. It's true.
I mean, know what you buy, lah. That's all it is. Know what you buy.
Yes.
You buy a lousy tire and expect to drive toge, and then sorry lah.
That is very true also lah. Yeah. If you buy cheap tires, and you go for toge, you're asking for it, Yeah. Especially in the wet, Yeah.
And it's like when I sorry. Oh yeah, he said there's the stigma. When there was a quite a few batches of brand new BMWs and Minis that they put on the Pirelli Cinturatos, right? So every time I review the car, I was like, hey, why does it stuck under steering here? And this one must be Cinturatos. I got out of my car, then I got out of the test car. I was like, you again, very familiar. It's you again. Then there was this time. There was this time also I was reviewing. Then I was driving same Genting route. I was like, I'm very sure these are not Cinturatos. I'm dead sure. Then I step out of the car. Then I look at it. Oh, PS4. So that tells. So in daily driving, you need your performance tires when you are driving illegally in a way.
Yeah.
Like what Thomas said, I can feel a PS4S running out of its grips. It's like, can you imagine Thomas and his cars, and then a PS4S running out of grip? Very illegal there.
Yeah. Those are bloody grippy tires.
Hey, please don't see this on camera. All this recorded on. Hey, please delete this one.
Yeah. But my experience in the Cinturatos, actually, it wasn't so bad like I thought it was, for me. Because I'm running the P1s on my Corrado. Yeah. I mean, they're actually economy tires, lah, But
yes.
in the dry, they are not too bad, and the sidewall is quite hard, the economy tire, So
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying those tires, But I know if we go for a Titi Kong run, right, before we hit the top of the hill, I got to slow right down already, because the
But that's
tires
the
will
thing,
just
Mike.
hit,
Mike,
just.
your car is a Corrado, right?
Yep.
What's the weight of the car?
Yeah, the car is light.
Exactly.
The car is light.
And what's your horsepower? Your horsepower is like what?
Less than 200. 200
Exactly.
horsepower.
Right.
Yes.
But when it is on a modern day 1.5-ton car, with 250 horsepower, it's gonna run out of breath very quickly.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It's okay on my car, but
Yes.
not necessarily on a higher power car. Agree with you on that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
We
then,
had
as I was saying,
on my Mini Cooper S. I used to have Mini Cooper S. The 5-door, right?
Yeah.
And my God, every time it rains, oh my God, the guy is like on skates. It's on skates, I'm going uphill, I want to accelerate, you get.
Yeah.
Not even so heavy. It's like,
Vibrating,
PS4.
right?
Yeah, change to PS4. It's like, wow, new car.
Yeah. If you drive like a hooligan, don't use those tires.
That car, I got a Sinto Rato, right? Whatever you call it. Right? I went to Genting, right? I think second year I went to Genting, right? The moment we hit the guardhouse, I'm like, I'm turning back. I don't drive anymore. Go back. I really turned back. I'm like, screw this. I'm not doing this.
But actually, I do not know why Pirelli went and do that, because the Cinturato brand name back in the 1980s, it was the performance tire, Pirelli P6,
That's the
P7 back then.
thing.
Yeah, what did they
Right.
do? Yeah,
It
they
performs
were
a
the
different
first
way.
low-profile tires,
It performs
That's
a different way now.
low-profile tires.
That's the thing. That's what Pirellis were doing. They have a brand that is performance perceived. Then they go and use that brand to launch stuffs,
Yes.
and it destroyed the brand. They are doing the same to P0 also. P0 used to mean like Mila. Then they have different range under P0. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Then they got P0. I think Dragon also under P0. Yeah. I saw.
Dragon is for Asian market one.
Yeah.
It's like MC6 lah.
Correct. Yeah. The entry level lah. Entry level lah.
Chinese, bro. Long
Yes. Long.
You're long
Yes. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, we are running to 1 hour and 20 minutes already. Yeah.
Mike, before we end, I want to show something. Usually when I spotted something interesting in my news or 7-Eleven, the Hot Wheels rack, right?
Yep.
I'm not a Hot Wheels slut like will buy anything one. I know very seldom I will buy when I spotted something interesting. So just now I spotted two that I was struggling so hard to pick which to go for. I very, very rarely buy Hot Wheels one. So I spotted this one, and the other one I was struggling.
Yep.
Then eventually I bought both of them. Right? I just want to show you guys. Is this?
Wow.
This
is
is
Maserati.
No, it's the Nissan R390.
Wow.
Right?
That's super rare, right?
Yeah, it is a homologated road car from Nissan's Le Mans entry in 1997. All right.
Wow.
And this car's engine was later on licensed to another car company for them to build all their supercars now. This engine was licensed to McLaren.
Which the BRH 35L, right?
So yes, so all the current McLaren V8 turbo engines, right, are all based on this engine, this 1997 car. But actually, this engine was developed by Nissan in 1990, right? So you want to see the other one that I bought that I was struggling?
Please.
I don't know who remembers this lah. Huh?
This car is just slightly over a ton, man. What the heck? Hey, what's this?
Do you all remember this black and white Mickey Mouse animation from 1928? It was during a time when they don't put sounds yet. You know, it was basically it's a steamboat lah from 1928 lah. So I was like, what the hell? Hot Wheels has this. So
Yep.
so I got this. Yeah.
Wow. Those are rare find, man, Bobby.
Silly lah, a bit silly lah.
No, well, but they are very rare models. You know, you ask Chris V can tell you lah.
Yeah. Then okay lah. Then I also pick up this one lah. It's a Porsche 914 Safari.
Wow.
Oh, they actually made that.
Safari.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I really want to Safari one of my cars in one day lah. It was initially I was planning to Safari my S4, right? So that's why I have the bull bar and all that. So
correct.
Yeah, so I picked this one up as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Should we handle one more question from Anthony Montano? Yeah.
Oh, I want to replace his mother's car.
Okay. Car price budget.
I think up there got one. He says, Bobby, my mom want to trade in her Vios at 5:20 p.m. Market price around 30K. What should I go into a car that has similar reliability and worry-free maintenance? Hard to beat a Vios. Sorry.
I almost wanted to suggest his Renault Fluence that he's currently driving.
Okay, ma. Sylvie.
Okay, actually okay. Actually okay. Sylvie engine what?
But
Sylvie engine
I
what?
remember his mom said the one.
The one because of the badge or because of?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because it runs on the Nissan mechanicals. Yeah.
And I don't know whether you all know or not. I want to congratulate Anthony. He is picking up his Volkswagen Arteon, I think next week.
Yeah. Yes. All right, man.
Amazing
Super
car.
cool.
Congrats.
Super cool.
Congrats.
Yeah.
So what car? 30,000. I don't know. This one, or we answer this tomorrow in our buying guide. Because buying one is more like CarTUNES, right?
Yep. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Yeah. Join us again next week. Yeah. And let's see what's happening at my garage next week. You know, and then we shall be back again next week. Yeah, with you guys. No, thank you, Thomas, for joining us, and Bobby especially. Yeah. And James, you know, please call me. Yeah. We'll get your car sorted. All right. And you know, we must actually meet and talk and see how we can get the car sorted for you lah. Yeah.
Nice.
Your new intake system. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Okay,
All
guys.
right.
You know, catch you guys next week. You know. Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye. See you guys. Bye.